So students, now we'll start our new chapter, that is the decimals. You must have studied about the chapter decimal in your 6th standard also. But here we are going to begin with another concept. That means earlier we have only taken the concept of decimal in the case of addition and subtraction. Now we'll proceed for the multiplication and the division. Now let us begin this chapter decimal. And now you can see from here, after going through this chapter, you will come to know that multiplication of a decimal number by a whole number. As I said to you, here in the 7th standard, we are focusing more on multiplication and on division. And the decimal, multiplying the decimal number by another decimal number, how we are supposed to multiply when we are getting a 2 decimal number, and how we are supposed to multiply. Third case, multiplying a decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000, such numbers apart from the whole number. If the number 10 comes, if the number 100 comes, then my multiplications is a very easy process. That will also come to know. Then in the 4th point, the dividing the decimal number by a whole number. How we are supposed to divide a decimal number by a whole number. How we are supposed to divide a decimal number by another decimal number. And division of a decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000. These things you are going to learn it step by step. Now let us see our introduction part. As we know that the previous class we have learned about the fractions having a denominator 10, 100 and 1000 etc. These fractions are said to be the decimal fractions. Remember always this point, because the inception of decimal is from this concept itself, that a fraction having like 5 upon 10, 11 upon 100, 153 upon 1000, such numbers are said to be the decimal fraction. Now it's easy to convert these decimal fraction into the decimal. Now let us see. We have studied about the addition and subtraction. They have said it here in this complete paragraph. Decimal fraction and the decimal number. As you have studied the fraction, as I said to you, the decimal fraction. What do you mean by the fraction? Having a denominator 10, 100 or 1000. These are said to be the decimal fraction. Now to convert, as soon as you convert into the decimal, placing a decimal point, depending upon the number of zeros, like if I say 5 upon 10, it can be written as 0.5. If I say 11 upon 100, it can be written as 0.11. And if I say 153 upon 1000, it can be written as 0.153, 0.153, like so on. And these are then, on converting, it becomes my decimal number. Decimal number has got the two part. One is the whole number part and another is a decimal part. Please do remember, I will be using it many times. A decimal number consisting of two parts. Like if you can see the example here, it's given in here in the book itself. If you take this number 15.120, here you can see, you can clearly say that 15. What is 15 here? 15 is a whole number part. And 0.120 is my decimal part. Now, the number of the digits in the decimal part determines the number of decimal places. That's also a very important thing. Decimal place. How many decimal places it has got? 3 decimal place, 4 decimal place. Like here in this example, you can see all are having 3 decimal place. Here from this example, you can see the decimal place is changing. The first digit is having a decimal number is having only 1 decimal place. Then 0.12 is having 2 decimal place and 0.123 is having 3 decimal place. Now based on this one, we can decide about whether it's a like decimal or an unlike decimal. Now if you are getting the same number of decimal place, we are not concerned about the whole number part. We are only concerned about the decimal places. If they are having the same number of decimal places, as you can see from this example, will be said to be the like decimal. Very important concept it is for in the case of addition and subtraction only. Unlike decimal place, as you can see here, all the digits, the decimal places are getting different, as I explained it to you. Therefore, they are being converted into the unlike decimals. For the addition part, it's a very important concept.